Hello all. In continuation to series of Fibrom Experts Speak, today we are glad to have one of the renowned gynecologists of Mumbai, Dr. Veena Shinde madam. It's my proud privilege to welcome and introduce Dr. Veena Shinde madam. Madam has passed her MD-DGO from Mumbai University and postgraduate ART from University of Warwick, UK. Madam is director and consultant obstetrician and gynecologist at Spandan Test Tube Baby Center, Jogeshwari, Mumbai. She has a vast experience of 28 years. Her study on Mirena and alternative management of menorrhagia clinical evaluation of 100 patients has been published in Gynec and Ops Today. Madam is an amazing speaker and has delivered lectures on renowned TV channels like Zee News, Doordarshan and Care TV. Her papers have been published in many national and international journals. She has been author of multicentric clinical trials. She regularly conducts a lot of camps on obesity and cancer detection. She is an active participant in national and international conferences. Today we will interact with her on very important topic, that is medical management of uterine fibroids. So without wasting much of time, let's start today's topic. Ma'am, the first question, what is the prevalence of uterine fibroids in India and specifically in your clinical practice?
The prevalence of uterine fibroids in India is around 30 to 40%, and in my clinical practice I get around 20% patients with uterine fibroids.
Ma'am, addition to this question, what types of fibroids are commonly seen?
There are different types of fibroids. They are intramural fibroids, they are subserous fibroids, they are submucous fibroids, they are cervical fibroids. In cervical fibroids, they could be anterior, posterior, lateral, central cervical fibroid. Sometimes they are broad ligament fibroids and they are sometimes migrating fibroids. So these are the different types of fibroids that are seen.
Ma'am, my next question, what are the most common symptoms in such patients?
See, fibroids are fibrous tissue which come from myometrial tissue. So these fibroids are causing different symptoms depending on the size of the fibroid and the location of the fibroid. If the fibroid is in the submucous area, it causes heavy menstrual bleeding. If the fibroid is in the subserous area, if it is anterior, it can cause symptoms on the bladder. If it is a lateral wall fibroid, it will cause retention of urine, it will cause pyelitis, it will cause urinary tract infection because it will impinge on the bladder. If it is a posterior fibroid, it will cause constipation. Also, it causes infertility because there is no space for the baby to stay. It can also cause repeated miscarriages. So these are the different symptoms that a fibroid can give.
Ma'am, what is the line of treatment and criteria for choosing a specific treatment option?
See, the different treatment options are medical and surgical. In medical line of treatment, the time tested old oral contraceptive pills were used, but they did not regress the size of the fibroid. Then came ulipristol, then came danazol, then antiprogesterones were there, and then there are LNG IUDs are there, then GnRH analogues are there. Now at present we have a non-hormonal product called Fibronorm, which is very useful in the treatment of fibroids. See, the GnRH analogues are good for part-time, before surgery. What they do is they shrink the fibroid and reduce the vascularity of the fibroid. Then the LNG IUD sometimes get expelled because it is not able to stay in case the fibroid is in the uterine cavity. The product called Fibronorm is very useful because it has no side effects. It can be used at any time of the cycle. Then there is a certain suppression of estrogen receptors, progesterone receptors. It also reduces the expression of COMT and TGF-B alpha. Also it has got effect which suppresses the growth of the fibroid. It also reduces the vascularity of the fibroid, and so the symptoms are taken care of immediately. Also there is return of the normal menstrual cycle 2 to 3 months after stopping Fibronorm capsule.
Ma'am, my next question, what are the current treatment options available and what are their limitations?
See, the current treatment options are surgical and non-surgical, as I mentioned before. The surgical options are open laparotomy, myomectomy, laparoscopic myomectomy, hysteroscopic myomectomy. After surgery also the fibroids can recur. So after surgery also there is a role for medical management of fibroids, and in case the patient is having some disability, is not fit for surgery, there is definitely a role for medical management of fibroids. Also, surgery is not cheap, it is expensive. So, to tide over the time, to prevent anemia and to correct the anemia, medical management is the line of treatment. Many a times there is no need of surgery if the medical management works. So, you should always try medical management before doing a surgery.
Ma'am, my next question, what is your opinion or experience with non-hormonal medical management in uterine fibroid like Fibronorm?
In my experience, I have seen shrinkage in the size of the fibroid by 25 to 50%, decrease in uterine volume, increase in HB. Also, I have seen that the patient may not require surgery if the patient takes the medicine religiously for 6 months.
Ma'am, in what kind of patients you prefer Fibronorm and what is the treatment duration you prefer?
I prefer Fibronorm in patients who are economically not ready for surgery, in young girls who should avoid surgery prior to marriage, in girls who are elderly and who are perimenopausal, who will gradually develop menopause and who will not require to do a hysterectomy just for a fibroid. If it is possible, we try to conserve the uterus because it is beneficial to the patient. But if there are some medical emergencies, like if there is a torsion of the fibroid, if there is infection in the fibroid, if there is red degeneration of the fibroid, or if the veins on the fibroid rupture, if there is intraperitoneal hemorrhage, then surgery has to be done.
Ma'am, very important question, how much percentage fibroid size and uterine volume reduction in uterine fibroid patients you have experienced with Fibronorm?
With Fibronorm, 27 to 50%, 57% size reduction, and uterine volume reduction is seen by 10 to 15%. I think that is a very good result.
Ma'am, any success story of your patient where fibroid size has reduced significantly with Fibronorm?
Yes, this is a patient who had come to me whose fibroid was 8 millimeters and it was in the anterior wall of the uterus, very close to the bladder, and she was a primigravida, and she came to me just before her wedding that she was scared of the fibroid, and she was suggested surgery by 3 doctors. When she came to me, I put her on Fibronorm. This is almost when Fibronorm was just introduced in the market. She took Fibronorm for 6 months. After that, she conceived. Yes, I had to do a cesarean section for her because of the fibroid she could not deliver. Then she again thought of doing surgery. Then in that meantime, she again conceived. So she has 2 beautiful babies. The fibroid is still there. It has regressed in size. It is not affecting her in her day-to-day activities. There is no menorrhagia, there is no dyspareunia, and she is comfortable with the fibroid. Yes, there is some recurrent urinary tract infection, but she is comfortable with it. Without a myomectomy, she could conceive and she could have 2 deliveries, and she is happy.
Ma'am, yes, definitely. Addition to this, have you come across recurrence in your patients after Fibronorm treatment?
No, I have not seen recurrence. I have not seen growth in the size of the fibroid after Fibronorm. See, Fibronorm has 3 ingredients which are very useful. It has green tea extract, it has vitamin D, which helps in reducing the estrogen receptors, reducing the progesterone receptors, and reduces the expression of COMT and TGF alpha, and this helps in reduction of the size of the fibroid.
Ma'am, would you recommend Fibronorm to your colleagues?
Definitely, I will recommend Fibronorm to my colleagues because it has got no disturbance on the liver, which was seen with other products like Ulipristol, and now it has been more than 2 years in the market and I have been using it regularly and I have got good results.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for your very valuable information on today's topic, that is medical management of uterine fibroid. Thank you very much.